Hi everyone, I'm Russ.
I am Mark.
And this is a spirited endeavor.
Prime in the Pump edition.
That's right.
Okay.
So, continuing our saga of RM Rose. We've already gone through the blue label. Now we're going to go through the next one over, which is the black label. That is their straight bourbon. And that one's 45% ABV. So a little bit higher than this one, which is 43.
All right. Sounds great. Let's get into it.
Yeah. So I will say, compared to the blue label, this one does appear to be a little bit darker.
Yep, that is about as dark as Bigfoot's fur.
Fitting considering the visit we had.
Yes, we were there on a perfect day. It was totally oblivious to us.
Oh yeah.
There was a little convention center next to the Dillard house, which is a beautiful lodge and everything. You know, there's plenty of places to stay and everything. And there was a little convention center, and they were having a Bigfoot convention.
That's right.
So guess what we did?
It was amazing.
It was awesome.
Yep, we went and hit the convention and then went and hit the whiskey. In that order.
Oh wow. Okay, so that is a little punchier on the nose than the 43%, which I expected.
Yep.
It's a little oakier on the nose.
Definitely, and that's the first thing that hit me was the oak is more pronounced. Now I don't know if that's a difference in barrels or if that's just a bit more age.
Well, all of their whiskeys are single barrels.
Yeah.
So you kind of never know what you're going to get in there.
Yep.
Single barrels can vary widely, depending on where it's placed in the rick house. Maybe this one got a little bit more heat than the other one, whatever.
Sure.
But the oak in that is different, maybe from a different tree.
Yeah.
So
definitely more pronounced than the other one, though.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not getting as much of the. I mean, it's sweet, but I'm not getting like a definitive sweetness on it.
For me, I think the oak is kind of masking it.
I think so.
I think that's the case, but curious to get your opinion.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh. So that one's different. All right. So I mean, it's oaky.
Oh yeah.
It's a little more sour than that one. A little spicier than that one, than the first one. This is really, really pleasant. It's not as drying on the tongue. And there's a sweetness in there, but I can't. It doesn't present like brown sugar.
Yeah.
It's more like a creme brulee. Sort of that burnt sugar on the top.
For me, first off, texture-wise, I find this one to be a little bit thinner than this one. As far as the oils are concerned, now there's certainly oils, but it's definitely a thinner whiskey. That said, in my take is, I think whatever happened as far as the barrel is concerned, whether it's a different barrel or it's different, longer aging, whatever, the oak is more forward in this one than it is in this, and as a result, I think some of that sweetness is masked. Now, the second sip, I get a little bit more of that sweetness.
I do too, and it's also spicier.
Yes.
On the second sip.
Yeah.
Now, when we did the tasting on that, it was completely different.
It really was.
It really was. It was a lot sweeter, and I got sort of that like a milk caramel kind of sweetness on that.
Yeah.
Reminded me of those candies, the caramels that had the little white center of the chalky stuff.
Oh yeah.
It did that. Now this one, I'm not getting as much of that, but I'm getting a lot more oak, and I've got a little bit more of a sour note.
No, I would agree with that. Very different experience now, and I wonder how much of that is the little cups that we're using versus the Glencairns, or if that's just the particular barrel that we ended up with, or what the story is, but very different than what we ended up having at the distillery itself. Really cool, though.
Yeah, for sure. Now, what's really interesting is you're right. Even though it's a higher proof, it's thinner.
Yeah.
The finish on that doesn't stick around.
Yeah.
It's there. It's gone. It's pleasant, but it's done.
Yeah. Now, I will say, as far as the oak is concerned, again, much like this one, I'm not getting charcoal or anything like that. I'm getting getting oak. It's like this oak, but cranked up a heck of a lot more.
Yeah, yeah, I would say so, and maybe not like a fresh cut oak, but more like an aged.
Yes,
You know, it's got a little bit of age, almost like a little antique. You know,
I would agree with that.
you know, like go into like an antique store and you kind of get that smell of the old wood and stuff like that. I kind of got a pinch of that in here.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I would definitely agree. Reminds me of old furniture.
Yes.
Really cool. Well, what are you thinking on our score?
I don't know if I liked it as much as the first one,
Funny you say that.
but I'm still going to give it. I'm still going to give it a 3.5.
I'm going to give it a 3. I think at some point what I will probably do is try mixing these two and try and get the best of both worlds, because I like some of what this brings as far as the intensity of the oak is concerned. The downside is I lost a lot of the sweetness I enjoyed in this one. So if I can get a better balance, I think I would really enjoy that a bit more.
You know, I mean, having tasted this one, I'm kind of reevaluating that one.
Yeah.
And I'm
Might-
on the verge of bumping it up to a 4.
Yeah, I get it. I'm kind of with you on that one. It makes me appreciate this one a little bit more because they got the balance between the oak and the sweetness just right, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit higher ABV on this one might have made me happier, but really impressive what they managed to accomplish. But again, 3 from me, 3.5 from Mark. Pretty solid whiskey, though.
I agree.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. Hope you had a good time.
We sure did. We'll get you on the next one.
Take care.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Yeah, the first sip I had of that, I noticed that